Now, a resident of Dong community in Jos North local government area of Plateau State, Solomon Dansura, has narrated how kidnappers broke into his house and abducted two of his relatives, a corps member and a university student of Jos. Dansura, who described the incident as traumatic, said he narrowly escaped being taken. Musa completes this report.
The attackers reportedly forced their way through the door and abducted the two victims late in the night. According to Dansura, the attackers stormed his compound around 10:30 p.m., just as family members were preparing to go to bed.
In an attempt to get through the house through the window, it was difficult for them, and they came through the door and they began to harvest the door. You can see the door for yourself. They came with equipment because I sighted the equipment while I went and opened the curtain, and I saw them through. Having cutlass, an axe and a digger, and then some other things like that, I don't know. They came in numbering 3 of them, but then before that penetration into the house, we just had a discussion with my wife, what do we do now? Nobody's responding. My wife suggested, why don't I step out to escalate the situation to the neighbors? Fortunate, I just asked them to go into one of the rooms, and they locked the room from the inside, and I went through an exit door. And before we got to this place, they had actually whisked away my sister-in-law and one other young guy who probably came into the house for a holiday, a student with the University of Jos.
He added that the victims remain in captivity, with the kidnappers demanding a ransom of 50 million naira.
The next day morning, surely they called. They went away with all of our phones, and they called in the morning of Monday, requesting that they are in custody of the relations and that we should pay 50 million naira. I pleaded with them. I'm a civil servant. I don't have any 50 million naira. I don't have any amount. So we kept pleading and kept pleading. They kept calling with the same phone line, particularly that of my wife. The next day, we kept pleading. So we've been pleading with them each time they call because we don't have such a money.
Trust TV reports that the abduction has heightened fear in Dong community, with residents say cases of kidnapping have become frequent. Dansura is calling on security agencies to act swiftly to rescue the victims and restore peace to the area. Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.